Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am filming this look. It's very me. It's very, I would say it's very professional. I would wear this to work. I would certainly wear this today. I'm just kidding. Today I am recreating how I did my hair and makeup and what I would wear in middle school, because I saw this bow in the Target little girls like hair section and I was like, you know what? I need to do this. I need to reflect on how silly I used to look because it's one of my favorite things to do. I don't know why I did this, but I would have a bow to go with every shirt, and I would usually make them myself because bows were kind of expensive. They could be like up to $10, you know, and I was trying to save money. I didn't have money, that's why I did it, and my mom had a ton of scrapbook supplies that she didn't want to use. So I would make my own bows. Sometimes I would sell them. I've always been very businessy, you know, I liked making money. So yeah, this is how I did my hair and makeup. It's super goofy. I have lots of fun pictures to show you guys, so if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep watching. It's really funny. Okay, so let's just get into the makeup. I didn't wear that much, and pretty much everything I owned equaled $30, so everything was like a very cheap brand except for one thing, which was my Bare Minerals. That was just like, that was my treat back then, but it's because my mom, like, we would go to Ulta and she would be like, okay, like every beginning of the school year, she would be like, okay, you have $30 for your makeup. So I had to obviously shop cheap if I wanted a full face, you know? So we're just gonna get into it. So obviously back then I hadn't started puberty yet, so I didn't have pimples. So we're gonna try to work around that today. But we're just gonna start with Bare Minerals Powder Foundation, because if you didn't use that in middle school, then you probably used this, which I also used. It's the, I actually still really like this foundation, but it's the Maybelline Dream Mousse. I know that one was also very popular, but I prefer powder because I do have a bit of an oily face. So let's do that. And we just loaded that baby on. Like, we just put as much as possible. Why? I don't know. I had nothing to cover up. My skin was still gorgeous and had not been flawed yet, so let me zoom you in. We're just gonna really pack that on. I just wanted to be matte. Like, I just wanted to have no shine because that was just the move, you know? Like, I had PE first thing in the morning and I was shiny and sweaty, and you know, powder totally makes you stop sweating. Or at least that's what I thought. It's not true. I would just keep sweating until I cooled down after. And I wouldn't bring it down the neck because why would you ever do that? That's just silly. And sometimes I would even, because pale lips were so desirable, put it on my lips, and it would be in my eyebrows. It would be everywhere, because that was the look, you know? It looked good. I still think it looks good. I can't even say that with a straight face. Okay, so the next thing I would do, if I did have a pimple, I guess I started getting them in middle school, but this is more early middle school. Like, I'm looking at like my first day of 6th grade, which I wore pretty light makeup, but I did start getting pimples in middle school, so I would use the Boing concealer. I even have the one with old packaging, so I'll use that to cover up my pimples right now. I'm just gonna use this really tiny brush, although back then I would have just used my fingers because I didn't have I had one makeup brush, so. Oh my god, this is so much makeup already. I'm gonna use my powder brush to blend that in because, you know, it's gonna set it. All right, that's done. And I would use a little bit of concealer on top of my powder foundation because that's totally how you do things. I know. I was just so smart in middle school. And I'm gonna put that under my nose, and I would put it under my eyes just a little bit. And I would use that as an eyeshadow base, even though I didn't wear eyeshadow. And I would, of course, use the same brush. Because beauty blenders weren't a thing back then. They didn't exist. You guys are lucky. Oh God, this is disgusting. Perfect. I look so good. Then I would move on to bronzer, and of course, my main gal, e.l.f. That's like what the majority of my makeup consisted of. I would just put that on. I always wanted to look bronzed and summery. I forget how dark this is, so I'm gonna be careful. You know, the swatchier the better, because we're trying to be period accurate here. I'm pretty sure I only put it on my forehead. I don't know why that was a thing. Couldn't tell you. Contouring was not a thing back then, so we're just gonna stick to the forehead. Still not bringing it down the neck. And then I would do blush, and I don't have the blush I use, but I have one that's pretty much the exact same color. It is, what was it called? It was called Sweet Pea, and it was from L'Oreal. It's like those little, I'll put a picture of it here. That was my favorite blush. I loved it more than anything in life, and I used it religiously. I also liked that powder foundation, but then like, you can't be bare minerals, guys, come on. And I would just plop that onto my face. This actually isn't looking too bad so far, but you know, just wait. We'll get there. And I would just cake that on because, you know, it just looks best. And I wanted to be like my mom. My mom wears a lot of blush, but like she pulls it off because she's got really cute, high, like rosy cheekbones, and I don't have the same cheeks as her, but I was just, you know, she was my muse, my inspiration. YouTube also was just starting back then, so I didn't know what the heck I was doing. All right, now moving on to eyes. This is not the same eyeliner I used. I could not have afforded this. It was an Ulta brand eyeliner pencil that I was obsessed with. It was dark green with like golden flakes in it, and I used it religiously. I put it all up on my eye, like just the whole shebang, like as much as I could put, because you know, when you put pretty much black all around your eyes, it makes them super enhanced and makes them look really, really good. So that's what I did. I tried to make clean lines, but well, you know, that didn't always happen. I had to do my makeup on the bus sometimes, so. And then we're gonna go below because, you know, that looks super good. And don't forget the waterline. This is gonna be so hard to get off, I just realized. Ugh. So then, since obviously this is really messy, I would go in and clean it up with baby oil and a Q-tip, which I forgot, so I'm gonna go grab that really quick. All right, so I've got my makeup remover here, my Q-tip. I'm just gonna dip that in and clean up the lines. And of course, I would always, without fail, have a second line of eyeliner because I do have hooded eyes, in fact. And I used concealer and didn't set it with powder, so that always looked really, really cute. And the baby oil surely did not assist me in that department, so I'm just gonna use my finger because, you know, that gets the job done. And what girl doesn't love sparkles? I loved sparkles. So if I decided I wanted a little bit more of an extravagant look, I would take the Urban Decay. This is not Urban Decay, but I would take the Urban Decay glitter liner. It looks like this. And I would just put that all over my eye. That was about the closest thing to eyeshadow I used. So we're gonna do that now. And I'll just pat that in and get a nice sparkle going. And I would of course put it in the inner corner because, you know, I wanted my eyes to pop. Oh my God, I'm so triggered right now. I'm so triggered. Okay. Eyebrows. Can't forget about eyebrows. I had really bushy eyebrows. It was before I started getting them done. Luckily, I never really overplucked in middle school. The only way I overplucked is maybe I plucked too far in, but I never plucked away the thickness because I actually really did like my thick eyebrows. So, go me for that. At least I didn't make that mistake. I'm just using the Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara. And sometimes I would use that as actual mascara because I had pretty dark eyelashes and I didn't feel like I really needed mascara. But for the sake of today, my favorite mascara was the Maybelline Lash Sensational, and still is actually, but I don't have it with me right now, so I'm gonna use this one. It's the Falsies Push-Up Drama. You know, I do have long eyelashes and I loved getting complimented on my long eyelashes, so I was gonna try. I would also always have like dots appear at the end of the day from my eyelashes touching my eyes because I would get sweaty. I do my makeup before school and then I would just touch up with powder after PE. As you can imagine, it looked perfect, flawless, sweat-proof, summer-proof, all the proofs. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to bathe in makeup remover tonight. How did I do this? I think if you weren't obsessed with your eyelashes in middle school, then you're lying. I think everybody just curled their eyelashes obsessively and put on like 3 coats of mascara. That's what I remember. I don't know if you guys do, but that was like what the locker room was, you know, after PE when all the girls were getting ready for school. That's what was going down. All right, so this is going really great. Oh, cute. Okay, bottom lash line now. I as well had the little dots down here and that was fun. Perfect. Okay, so there's the eyes done. Not awful, but definitely not the best. That's for sure. Okay, so then we're moving on to lips, and I had a lipstick that was very near and dear to my heart. I'll try to put a picture of it. It was the first lipstick I ever got, and it was from Mary Kay when the Mary Kay girl came to my house, and it was just beautiful. It was so great, and I wish I still had it. If I had to pick a color that it was similar to, I'd say it was like very berry colored. It was pretty close to this, but more red. I'll try to find a picture of it, but that was my godsend. So I wore this with pretty much like strawberry colored lip sometimes when I was feeling really fancy, but on, you know, on days when I wanted a more natural look, which was most days, I would use this lipstick. I still have a Victoria's Secret lipstick from when Victoria's Secret sold makeup. That was so long ago, but this was a great lipstick. I love it so much. It's so creamy and so nice, and I'm not even being sarcastic. I still really like it. So I would put that on. This is the same one I had from middle school. Just cake that on. I'm pretty proud of myself. This isn't too bad. I'm really glad that I wasn't one of those girls that just completely made it looked like, oh my gosh, I can't speak. I'm really glad I wasn't one of like the girls that just completely covered their lips in concealer, because that was a thing. But I just didn't think it suited me. I have small lips, so I wanted to make them look bigger. So then of course you have to add gloss because liquid lipsticks didn't exist back then either. So I'm gonna use this really cheap one from Ulta. It's the same one I used in middle school, and it's Ulta Super Shiny Lip Gloss. Yep. Yes. Yes. Oh yes. This is how I looked. Okay, that is the makeup done. Now we're gonna move on to hair. I still have the same straightener I used, Chi, and on the highest heat, of course. It's not like it's not already naturally pin straight, but I had to straighten it. It needed to be as straight as possible so it would look long, you know? I wanted it to look super long, and of course I would do a super deep side part. Sometimes I would braid it, so I'll do that. And for the shining touch, I would put a bow that matched my outfit the size of my head on. So today I picked yellow because it matches my shirt, which you'll see the whole outfit later. I would also wave it a lot because my first boyfriend, shout out Wesley, he told me that he liked my hair wavy, and his word was, you know, God's word. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, well, I have to do this every day. I wore my hair like that a lot. I think I have a picture. I'm gonna insert pictures throughout the video, and whatever I don't use that I bring up, I'll just put at the end. So stay tuned till the end because there'll be lots of funny pictures. I'll just put it in like a nice little slideshow for you guys because they're really comical and they're really awesome. And if you guys want to send me on Instagram your really awkward middle school photos. I would love to see them. This is my Instagram because, you know, it's just so fun. Let's all laugh at each other together. The reason I decided to do this video is 2 reasons. I saw, it's just like insane. Like 15-year-olds today, I wasn't 15. I don't know, middle schoolers today look like they're 15. That's the point I was getting at. And it's insane. Like, I don't understand it. You guys have so much knowledge at your disposal with YouTube. I did not have that. YouTube started in middle school, but I had this Lauren Conrad. I still have the book. It's right here on my nightstand. It's a Lauren Conrad book, and it teaches you how to braid and do a cat eye eyeliner. And I thought that was like the most mind-blowing thing that could have ever happened. I was like, oh my gosh, you can put your eyeliner past your eye and it makes your eye look bigger. That's genius. And I was just so taken back by that. And I did it, and I got lots of compliments at school, and that's how I started getting into makeup. And people would always ask me to do their eyeliner in the morning. And people, I think I mentioned in another video that people also would ask me to braid their hair because I learned to braid on YouTube from cute girls hairstyles, and I practiced all the time. And I would like beg my mom. I wanted a hair mannequin to practice on so bad, like one of these creepy ones. I'll put it in the corner. Obsessed. And I would practice on it all the time because I just loved doing it. That's probably good enough. I only braided my bangs because I just hated having them in my face. Yeah, and then I would just braid it backwards, let the rest of the hair fall forward. And from cute girls hairstyles, if I was only wearing a braid, I learned a cool trick that you can pin your braid under your hair and then you can't see the bobby pins, which I did a lot. But today I'm gonna be wearing a bow, so it doesn't really matter. Now you just have to braid far enough back to put your bow in the proper positioning, which was right on the side of your head. I'm gonna pin that now. It's just some bobby pins and you just crisscross. I wore my hair like this for a really long time, just like this little side braid, because I was always like, I want bangs, and then I would cut bangs, and then I would instantly regret it, and I needed to get my hair out of my face. So I'm gonna get my bow and put on my outfit and show you guys the finished look. So yeah, this is how I did my hair and makeup in middle school. I saw this bow in Target, and that was like the main reason I got inspired to do this video, because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to wear those. Like, that's so weird. And I just thought it was really funny, and it made me want to do this video. So of course I'll give you guys a full body shot of the fit, and then I will play a nice little slideshow for you guys showing all my really dorky videos that inspired today's look. And of course, follow me on Instagram and be sure to send me any dorky pictures that you guys have, and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.